indigenous and native plants and invasive plants. So first of all, this is our first unit, and you can change the slide now, Mackenzie. Okay, so indigenous plants are important to our ecosystems. They're native or indigenous plants, and they help preserve biodiversity of areas. Urbanization, especially building urban areas, fragments those ecologically productive pieces of land. And birds and insects and other creatures depend on certain indigenous plants because they live in them, and they also depend on them for food, and they sustain ecosystems. California, as you might have heard from our last presentation, is a biodiverse hotspot, largely because of our topography and our rare Mediterranean climate. Now, there are only four other Mediterranean regions worldwide, so we're one of those. California actually has a Biodiversity Day, which was September 7th, which we unfortunately missed. But they have a site where you can play games and things. And we have over 30,000 and 6,500 different insect and plant breeds, respectively. Among the insect breeds, we have 1,600 different bee species, which is super, super fun. Most of these are due to our complex geography or geology because we have the largest range of latitude and elevation in the US. The lowest point being Badwater in Death Valley, which was negative 282 feet below sea level, and with the highest being Mount Whitney, which is 14,505 feet above sea level. We also have a huge diversity in soil types and different microclimates, which is great. And over 30% of plant and vertebrate species. Yep. So this is actually the Nutria, which is, it looks fun and beaver-like and everything, but it's actually a pest. It's actually a stinky, terrible boy. And it's an invasive mammal species that detriments California. Well, it eats farmers' crops, it pollutes canals. It also has pathogens in its fur, and it carries tapeworms, which is bad. So it was introduced in California for the fur trade in 1899. It was imported from South America, prefers warm permanent water sources, and it's a restricted species in California, which means there's a ban on taking it in, smuggling them, or keeping them as pets. Fun fact, California actually started an eradication effort, which was an initiative that rewards farmers for killing or trapping nutrients. So invasive species like the Nutria and the plant we're going to see on the next slide threaten biodiversity. Lawns and exotic yards or gardens, like the kind everyone has, promote monoculture, which is the cultivation or growth of a single crop or organism, especially on agricultural land. So when you're driving, you might see everyone's lawns and and some of the farmland, and that's terrible for the ecosystem. Because invasive species grow really fast and they overtake native plants once they're introduced. They compete with local plants for resources like water and space, and they cause the extinction or endangerment of many indigenous species. They also threaten human health because, like the Nutria, a lot of them can carry pathogens and tapeworms. They can eat crops, which affects the agricultural economy. And they're bad for the environment for reasons listed above. This is the ice plant. A lot of you, when you're driving to the beach, might see this plant, and it's actually also an invasive species. It's a type of succulent. It spreads in very thick mats and chokes out native plants. It was actually introduced as an erosion stabilization method because it changes soil composition, so it was made to keep railroads in place. And then it spread really quickly. So now it grows from about Humboldt County to Baja California, and it's a restricted species too. On the U.S. Department of Fish and Wildlife site, there's a native alternative, which is purple sage. There are a lot of endangered and threatened plant species because of invasive species. And there are some stats there that you can probably see about all the endangered and threatened plants that we have in California. The California Department of Fish and Wildlife actually has a lot of really fun and helpful stats on their website if you go there about all the plants that are endangered and in or conservation concerns. You can also find lists of invasive species and endangered species there. What you can do to help. So you can also educate yourself and others on native and invasive plants. Um, you can try and let native plants grow on your lawn. Like I think last week we made a blog post. I think Mackenzie wrote it about how lawns are bad and how you should just let native plants grow on your lawn. You can also volunteer for services like ice plant removal in coastal areas, which is great for student groups. You can participate in Biodiversity Day, research invasive species, and if you see invasive species in the wild, especially like live ones, like animals, you're supposed to call a number from the California Department of Fish and Wildlife, and they will come and take it away. Also, this is like just a given, but don't import or smuggle organisms. Report weed infestations or invasive wild animal sightings, and get involved in weed management.
Another thing, yeah, when talking about the blog post, it was actually written by Francisco, but he made some really good points about how beneficial it is to incorporate native plants into your gardens and stuff like that. Because when you just have the grass lawn, it's very like unnatural and it takes up a lot of chemicals and water and stuff like that. But when you have native plants growing, they're cheaper and easier to maintain because they're already adjusted to the biome that we have. And they also reduce erosion in your soil. They also require very little fertilization, so you don't need any chemicals or you don't need anything. And they look really pretty. You can make them look really pretty because some of them bloom at different times. You have a lot of variety, so you can get taller ones, you can get shorter ones. It doesn't matter what you get, but if you just have them all incorporated together, that's really cool. Yeah, so they do bring a lot of biodiversity to your lawns. Do we have another slide? These are sources. I think Emma came in just in time for the Kahoot.
I did indeed. Hi. Sorry, I was taking a test.
No worries. How'd it go?
Honestly, I don't know. I think it was fine, but I was also like, I don't care anymore. It was just lit, so.
Oh, lit. Nice.
Let me go to my Kahoots.
I think we're trying to like set up something where we can like give you guys stuff to plant in your lawns and stuff, like a little box, kind of like what Makers Club did. But we're still working on it, so
It'll be cute.
yeah.
Okay. Do I share my screen now?
Yeah, I'll make you host.
Okay. Can you hear the music?
Yes, the music.
Hello, everyone.
Okay. Go ahead and sign up.
I kind of want to play even though I was the one who made the Kahoot.
Do it. Why not? Oh, also another like kind of fact, I guess, about like conversation, conservation. Oh my God, do I have like dyslexia? Okay, conservation is that like since all the fires are going on, we're starting to use kind of the native brush fire stuff where you like set things on fire so they don't get set on fire again and they can regrow vegetation. I don't know.
Okay, unless anybody has any major complaints, I'm gonna start now. We have 16 players. Oh, me joined. Okay, start.
DAGT. Wow. Physics knowledge.
Wait, this is the wrong one. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. What the heck? Why am I so dumb? That's embarrassing.
Put
Hang
it
on.
together, Emma.
It said the date and everything. Why am I like that? Okay. Okay, here we go. So how's everyone's day?
I'm tired.
Same. School is so much longer. Oh, Esther says she... Everyone's calling me out in the chat and I don't appreciate it very much. Okay, here's the right Kahoot. Please join. I'm so sorry about that. I really do be a fool. Okay, I feel called out by some of these names. Well, one of these names, but we're just gonna begin. Watch this be the wrong one again. Okay, no, that's today's date. We're fine. Okay, this one I don't actually know if the answer is right because I wasn't here for the presentation, but let's see.
Emma.
I mean, I asked who was presenting. Yay! Okay,
Yay.
so Katie did present. Whoever said Emma is really making my life difficult right now. Okay, true or false? Yay, good job, most people.
Passive aggressive.
Multi-select. Which of the following plants is an invasive species on the northern coast of California?
We didn't cover that. Just like give it your best shot.
I don't think the presentation mentioned French broom, but it's like a very famously invasive plant and we hate it here. Which of the following animals is an invasive species on the northern coast of California? Do I click skip now? Yeah. Okay. Again, good job. Actually, not even half, but it's fine. Good job. Okay. What is a native alternative to ice plant? Yay, good job. I'm surprised. Moo is on fire. Good to see. This is the last question. What is a monoculture? It's kind of a short quiz, but again, good job, most people. Let's see how we're doing. In third place, Moo. Good job. In second place, Cat. Good job. In first place, Dash.
Dirk. Wow.
So who's the person who won first place?
Runner up. Cobb and Audrey.
That was me.
Oh, fuck you. Was that Alex who said that?
This
This
is
is a school
recording,
club,
Emma.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, where's Dr. Olson?
Wait, Dr. Olson isn't here, right?
No,
He's not.
Bruh.
on that
Can I
note,
not
I'm gonna
bully
end the
Alex
recording.